Well, I'm Phillip Mason. I'm the owner here of Crossroad Farm, located in Thetford in Orange County, Vermont. We're a 56-acre diversified vegetable farm. We have close to 45 acres in cultivation, as well as about 20 high tunnel greenhouses, where we produce 25,000 pounds of tomatoes, 5,000 pounds of cherry tomatoes, and of course all that starts with a bedding plant business in April and May, where we grow hanging baskets, vegetable starts, annual plants, and that transitions into a very vibrant and busy vegetable farm, where we'll start by bringing in greens. We grow close to 10,000 pounds of greens throughout the season, all of which are processed here in our beautiful packing shed and pop-up tent assembly that you can see here. So basically, as we're into the vegetable season, all the crops will be brought out of the fields here and greenhouses, and everything is sort of staged in this area. We have dunk tanks for a lot of our bunched vegetables, spray table, things like bunched carrots, bunched radishes, kale and herbs tend to go in the dunk tanks. As you can see a little closer there, this is our greens washing station. So we have a triple tank here, so we'll do 3 rinses for most of the greens. It kind of depends on what kind of condition they're in coming out of the field. The last tank there has a bubbler in it, so you get a little agitation, treating the water with Sanidate. We harvest into these Rubbermaid containers here, dump it in, transfer it in between the tanks, and then we're bagging everything on that stainless steel table in there. Basically, as the totes get filled, we're turning them into our walk-in cooler. Everything is spun with these 2 green spinners here. As we get ready to either load trucks or bring the vegetables to our on-farm stand, we basically just grab the totes out of the cooler, stack them on these rubber mats here, check them off using whatever list or invoice that we have for that day, and then one of our delivery vans backs up, we load the truck, and off we go. And that's a brief rundown of Wash and Pack at Crossroad Farm. Yeah, so obviously the size is a challenge. We're limited in we're limited in what we can actually do under a roof on a concrete pad. This structure, I believe, is something like 20 feet by 30 feet. The former owners built it in the 80s, shortly after they started the farm in 1980. So we've been working out of it a long time, and it's gotten the job done for sure. But it is hard to have to be operating under these pop-up tents, which don't really keep rain. The rain falls in between them, and having the constantly evolving combination of field soil, silt, sand, and hard pack under our feet is not great. Hard to keep the product clean, hard to keep the totes clean. Standing and working in water is definitely not ideal. And that's the challenge of that area out there. But it's worked for us, and we're able to really move a lot of product through the space. So despite these challenges, we've sort of found ways to evolve and do the best we can. Well, got a lot of room for improvement. We were very fortunate to receive a grant from the Agency of Agriculture for a new wash and pack shed. So starting construction's already started. If you see the stone in the piles there, and the trenches for the footings for our foundation of the new building, we're going to be building a 35 by 50 wash pack shed with an 8-foot shed roof along one of the 50-foot sides. It'll be a conditioned space, so we'll have heat to be able to continue to operate into the later fall and early winter. And we will be purchasing some sort of specialized washing equipment. We're very intrigued by the AZS conveyor washer. We think that would be awesome, considering how much bunched vegetables we do with carrots and radishes and herbs and all of that. And our cooler will be over twice the size of this cooler here. We're designing it in a way to accommodate some sort of shift toward harvesting into bins, should we decide to do that at some point. We don't do any of that right now. They wouldn't fit through the door here. We don't have a good way to store essentially anything in this space. And yeah, it'll be an incredible improvement for the farm. It'll be an incredible piece of infrastructure for us to be able to build on and grow with. I think part of the reason why this has worked for us so well is because the orientation of the packing shed matches where the crops are coming in out of the field and where they are leaving the packing shed. So having it having there be a flow that really corresponds to the layout of your farm, I think is number one in the packing shed planning process. Beyond that, I think that having room to grow, so siting it in an area that allows you to expand the footprint, even if that seems incomprehensible at the time, eventually you'll probably like to. Similarly with our greenhouses, we started with 1 and now we have 20, and we'll probably build another one this year. So that jumps to mind right away. I think that worker comfort is critical too. Think of ways, especially if you're going to be working in the late fall and early winter, as the temperatures get colder. Think of ways that you can really make that fun and comfortable for your crew. So whether it be an orientation that allows sunlight to come in when there otherwise isn't much sunlight. I think things like that are awesome starting places. In all of our deciding of a space for the new location, at one point this was going to come down, but as you can see over here, we're building our new space with a new footprint. So the circa 1985 Crossroad Farm packing shed will live on. I don't know what it will turn into, maybe some tool storage or a little workshop, but yeah, it'll continue to provide a lot of value to the farm for the foreseeable future, so that's exciting.